Bonjour mes enfants. Bonjour mes enfants. C'est votre oncle, oui. It's Uncle Dan, the Vinyl Man. Eh, c'est moi sûrement, oui. It is only I. It is only I alone am escaped to tell thee. Yes, it is a body-free environment. We ain't spitting no truth tonight. Bonjour, est un echo? Oui, est-ce qu'il y a un echo? Bonjour, Mike Pre-Code fan. Comment ça va? Is there an echo? Echo, echo, echo. Yeah, it ain't nobody but the old Uncle Dan tonight. Yep, that's right. The other old boys, yeah, let me just say, Uncle Dan loves you. Yeah. Votre Uncle Dan. Je vous aime, oui. Je vous aime. J'aime tous mes enfants. Et les gens qui ne sont pas mes enfants. Those of you who are not mine. Oh, I was the echo. You had the stream up on 2 pages. Okay. Well, that's good. Mike, have it up on more. And for some reason, it's okay. So anyway, they ain't but one of me tonight. Because that cause, well, because they ain't but one of me. And there ain't no others. Because Mr. Bobby and Mr. Bobby and Mr. Michael, Mr. Ricefield and Mr. Bobby Spittin the Truth, they ain't here. Now, I am not at liberty to divulge to you why they are not here. I have not been authorized to provide that information. I can neither confirm nor deny. If there are any rumors of their arrests, I can neither confirm nor deny those rumors. I do not know whether any indictments will be forthcoming. And if there are indictments forthcoming, I cannot advise you as to what those indictments may be. So, yeah, Mike, will they eventually show up? Well, I don't know. Keep looking, keep checking online, and look for indictments in Japan and maybe in Las Vegas. Who can tell what will happen to the gentleman there? But yes, they were called away. Uncle Dan, your Uncle Dan, though, I love you. You see, and I'm here to keep it up. I'm here to, yeah. Without pills, I'm here to keep it up. That's right, because I love you and I respect you. Was Bobby indicted or indicated? As I said, I am not at liberty to say what happened to Bobby. I have not been authorized to speak as to Bobby's whereabouts. I am authorized, though, to show you this fine Gretsch Electromatic G7500. I'll set that down now. But yeah, I am authorized to show you that. But yeah, no, the two of them done had other things going on. So I said, well, the fans, indicated like Trump. Yeah, indicated and not vindicated. Damn, I just about knocked over my whole thing. But yeah, Bobby, I cannot indicate whether Bobby was indicated or indicted or redicted or sedated or sedated. I can't say. I cannot say. But it's just to me. It's just to me. Just to me and my watch. And I don't know. Mike, you want to? Yeah. I don't think you can handle the Dan, Mike. You cannot handle the Dan. So we were initially only Mike wasn't going to be able to make it. Only Michael wasn't going to be able to make it. So the topics were going to be, man, what can I do here? Well, I could probably write something, but oh, here we go. Add item. Yeah, I can't. But we were going to have something along the lines of topics were going to be 10 things that was going to be one of the topics. Another topic was going to be let's see. Should Ricefield Records be banned from the BC? Yes, I am Dan. I am Dan, but I have stolen Ricefield Records. I have taken over his channel, or taken over the live stream for tonight. So and it's like leaving something in the hands of the court jester has come on, the Joker has come on and is now in charge of things, which is probably not a good idea. But Michael let me do it, so so yeah. So anyway, I do have some. I don't know, and I don't know why you care. I mean, you go out and listen to your own stuff, right? You listen to my, what I like, but you don't have to like what I like. I don't look like Danny Kaye. I don't. No, I don't. So anyway, I've been listening to this lately. I picked this up. I actually got it through the mail. Carol in Wonderland, and I found her because I started because I've been messing around with my lap steel. I found her because she plays lap steel. One of the cool things about this is this lap steel she's shown holding here. This was a real cheap low-end lap steel a few years ago. These were like $200. And the fun thing was they were selling them when nobody else was selling them. The lap steel had fallen completely out of fashion. Anyway, she's on Alligator Records. Allison. The sister's name is Allison. We'll have to get that on here. Let's see if that works. There. Anyway, she's on Alligator Records, which I love because Alligator was formed to record Hound Dog Taylor, who is one of my two great heroes, and so she's on there. So it's a blues label, but this is kind of roots rock. I'd call this roots rock. She gets a shout out. She got recorded in the first place because this guy you may have heard of, and I know that this guy is Susan's biggest heartthrob, Bob Dylan, gave a shout out to her to Michael Corcoran, saying, "Hey Michael, do you know Carol in Wonderland? She is great." And so that's how she got recorded. So this is a fun album, well recorded, and it's all kind of down home or roots stuff. Cool, cool orange vinyl, translucent orange vinyl. Very, very fine album. So I don't know. Yeah, of course, I love Michael. Dang it. I'm gonna go back to Lonesome Dan. I love Michael, and there are comments about him, and I've heard of some of those comments, and they're just silly. People take all this too seriously anyway. My whole channel started out just me being goofy and fun. Michael's always been great to me. Okay, I picked this up today, by the way. This is Leonard Bernstein. Serenade for violin, solo, strings and percussion with Isaac Stern on violin and conducted by Leonard Bernstein himself. This is on the Columbia label, and it is what is called a 6 eyes pressing. It's one of the 6 eyes because you can see it's got the 6 eyes on it. So I've listened to this. I got this today. I've listened to this. This is great. Really wonderful. Bernstein was a wonderful composer as well as a conductor, most famous for West Side Story, of course. And this is very well recorded. Susan there, Susan we know doesn't know about Mr. Dillon, doesn't appreciate Mr. Dillon, but that's okay. I also picked this up, Linda Ronstadt, Living in the USA, and this well-known album, back in the USA, all sorts of great stuff. When I Grow Too Old, Just One Look, and it's got Allison on it, by the way. White Rhythm and Blues, and this is the one with Muhammad's Radio on it, which is the great Warren Zevon song. So she covers Muhammad's Radio on here, and it's great. And of course, it's got Linda Ronstadt back when she was basically fat material for lots of teen boys. So Linda, that's right. She can't sing anymore. She has Parkinson's. So and a great photo in here. I just love this photo on this. This is great. So great album. Let me see. I've forgotten. I didn't check. Bernie Grunman may have. Well, I can't read it because it's written where you can't read it. But yeah. I mean, this is it's like, good Lord, Linda. But she looked great back then. Yeah. Who didn't have Susan says, and let me see if I can. We can agree on Linda. Big crush on Linda in the 70s. Linda's just one of the great talents, So I think any album by her is great to have. So that's about all I have for tonight. I was also going to read to you from the Good Book, with which you are all familiar. Yes. Yeah, what a voice she had. Just one of the finest. But you want me to read to you from the Good Book? I do have a book to read, and it is of course the Good Book. I wouldn't read to you from any book that wasn't the Good Book. Shall we have that moment? I dressed for this. You see, I dressed. See, I dressed for this. Okay. The Good Book, of course, is Clarl by the great poem by Herman Melville. This is the Northwestern Newberry edition. And it's only, in this edition, 893 pages, but that includes the back matter. But we should read the back matter too, so we can begin reading this. It's only a few hundred pages for the poem itself, 18,000 lines. I'm sure that you're all ready for me to read 18,000 lines to you. Just under 500 pages. It's so yes. So let's begin reading. Well, I mean, it's worked for me in the past, Susan. It's yeah, that's right. Andy Kaufman did it with The Great Gatsby, right, Mike? So I can top Andy Kaufman with the great guy. How long did it take me to read Clarl? Clarl? It's like Clarl. It looks like Clarel or Clarel, but it's Clarl or something like that. Uh, uh, that I read it in spring 1982. I haven't reread it, but I read the poem in spring 1982, and it took me quite a while to get through it. It is a slog. Yeah. Hold on. I'm going to see. I don't know who wants to do this, and I don't know how to. Actually, I don't know how to do this. Here. No, I don't think it took me months in '82 when I read it, because I read a whole bunch of Melville in that period, and I think that I could not have spent months on it, because I read stacks of Melville. I think I read it in a matter of weeks. Anyway, if anybody want to join, Mike, Susan, here we go. Otherwise, I really don't have anything for tonight. I don't. It would be fun to make fun of Mike and Bobby, but I feel a little bad. I actually feel a little bad doing about it. Mike is actually looking at a house, and Bobby was required to work tonight. So, our sorrow. But if one of you wants to join in and talk to me, I could talk to you, and I pulled this out because I knew that Susan was going to be here. Bob Dylan's Fragments, The Time Out of Mind, which I wasn't sure I was going to buy until I heard his version of The Water, or the version of The Water is Wide on this, and I just think it's great. I read The Lord of the Rings, and oh, Mike, what'd you buy? What'd you buy, Mike? And there's a link if you want to join. If you want to pop on, or Susan, anybody can join in. We probably do ask that you be dressed. We get banned otherwise or something. Although it would just be Michael's, right? So, but otherwise, without people to play off of or something like that, the only thing I can do is, I'm gonna lose it here. I need pushback. Oh yeah. What Lonnie Mack album? And I got a Lonnie Mack story for you. So. So, Mike, what Lonnie Mack album did you get? I'll tell you my Lonnie Mack story. I went to see, it was in, I want to say December 1985, I believe. I was in Chicago for a conference, and Sun Seals was playing at BLUES, Blues. Thanks. Let me know when you're back. In the meantime, I'm just going to... Glad I'm in the band. You know, Mike, I don't know that one. But I saw, anyway, back to my story. I was in Chicago, went to the BLUES, which was a B period, L period, U period, E period, S period blues, which was a bar and a blues venue on the north side of Chicago. Safe place for a white boy like me to go. And I went to see Sun Seals, but Lonnie Blues had 2 rooms, 2 venues in there, and so they'd have 2 bands set up, one in each room. And Lonnie Mac was in one, and Sun Seals was in the other. And Lonnie Mac was up playing, and Sun Seals came in and was watching him. And Lonnie was on a flying V guitar, and he just fixed on Sun, who was hot at the time. Sun Seals was a hot name in blues. I mean, not a big name otherwise, but Sun Seals was a hot name in blues. And Lonnie just fixated right on him, stared right at him, and just ripped on his V. Just played some ripping stuff, and just tore through it. This is Mike. This is tuned in an open D. And that's, I've mainly played slide, typically an open E. There are a lot of lap steel tunings. I have another one here that's tuned in C6, and an open C6 tuning. It's tuned to a C6 chord. This is an open D, which is a really common lap steel tuning. But the open D, open C6 for lap steels are real common. Open A6 is another. So yeah. But yeah, I've mainly played. I really got back into trying to play lap after David Lindley died on March 3rd. That's when I got back into it. So I hadn't done much lap over the years. I had a lap steel that I put together, and this is sitting right here. But I had a lap steel I put together in 85 or so, but 84, 85, something like that. I bought it for $5 and had to put it largely together. But yeah, that's tuned. This is tuned to an open D. So yeah, yeah. Johnny Winter was just amazing. I saw Johnny Winter live at the Wow Hall in Eugene. I can't remember what year that was. Late 80s or maybe early 90s. But Johnny Winter was incredible. Just an incredible slide guitarist. Just nutso slide stuff. So it was great. So I don't know. But as far as Alligator Records, yeah, Alligator's put out a ton of great stuff. And you want to get something. You see something that's on Alligator, it's pretty much always a good choice. So. So, yeah, Johnny doesn't get enough love. I mean, man, he can just rip, in terms of technically. I mean, look, he was, faster and more intense, I think, than Stevie Ray Vaughan. And I don't know why he didn't get the love that Stevie Ray got. I think Stevie Ray's imitations of Jimi Hendrix helped Stevie Ray. I think Stevie Ray's great. There's no doubt about it. But I thought Johnny Winter was at least as equal as a guitarist. But didn't. Stevie Ray's now one everybody goes to. And Stevie Ray may be easier to imitate than Johnny Winter. Johnny Winter was just so smoking. Just hard to keep up with Johnny. So, he was just incredibly fast, incredibly intense player. And I think more so than Stevie Ray. So, yeah. Well, folks, we've been on about 25 minutes, and I got nothing tonight unless I read from Clarell and probably don't want to do that. So, do you have any questions for me? Either one of you. Susan may have left. I'll tell them. I'll tell them. So we'll just. I think we'll just say goodbye now. Uh, so we'll say goodbye. We'll say au revoir, as we always say. Au revoir, mes enfants, et toi aussi. Nous disons. There's the pancakes, and Cujo is hiding somewhere. I don't know where Cujo's hiding. Miss Cujo's hiding. But we had a big day, so yeah. Anyway, mes enfants, je dis à vous au revoir, et aussi mes enfants. À bientôt.